Hey folks, I got a few stories to talk about today. So, number one, San Francisco is turning into the biggest hole I've ever seen in my life. San Francisco used to be buzzing with businesses, people, and money. And when you walk through San Francisco today, it's dead. It's just, it's clearing out. Businesses are leaving, and Bloomingdale's is now closing up their doors and they're gone.
Another blow to San Francisco's retail market. Bloomingdale's, the last major flagship store in the struggling San Francisco center, has announced it too will be closing.
Now, Bloomingdale's in the district that they're at, in the building that they're in, they still have a 20-year lease that they have to pay in full in order to, pay their lease off. But they would rather pay that 20-year lease and just get it over with than what's going on in their stores. Number one, traffic. They don't have the traffic they used to have because of crime and businesses around them closing up. And then people just don't have money to spend anymore. And then the top of the top is theft. So they can't sustain and they're closing down. So sad to see Bloomingdale's go out of San Francisco. And I'm sure the residents of San Francisco are sad to see that go as well. Now, day after day, I watch the news day after day, and I see crime spiking worse than it's ever been in my lifetime. And there's just not enough law enforcement to deal with this spiking of the crime that's taken place. If you let's go to New York City. If you look in New York, these people are brazen enough to go into businesses and take the ATM machines, just rip them right out of the floors and carry them into a stolen van and drive off with them.
Machine is gone with thousands of dollars in it.
This is surveillance video of the Ring of Thieves the United Bodega Association is calling the Midnight Smashers, seen hauling off with a 200 to 300-pound ATM while this Queens deli was closed overnight.
When the machine isn't there, people can't withdraw money to buy. So they lose business. They go to another bodega where they can access, an ATM machine.
These thieves are getting thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just by stealing ATMs. And it's sad for the business owners and the customers that go there that, want to use cash, but now they don't have an ATM to get cash out. They got to use their card or their credit card or whatever. And it's just sad that businesses are dealing with this over in New York City. Now, here in California, we have people brazenly breaking into businesses at night and just stealing whatever they can steal.
Glendale police are looking for suspects who broke into 10 restaurants over the weekend looking for cash. The suspects got away with only a small amount from some of the businesses, which are now left with thousands of dollars in damage. KTLA's Aaron Myers in Glendale now with developing news there. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Jess. These break-ins happened early Saturday morning, and several of these restaurants did have surveillance cameras, so these suspects were captured in action. Now, you can see two of the restaurants that were targeted here behind me. One is Pizza Man, which has their front door boarded up, and then a couple doors down, Patar Shawarma, they also have their front door boarded up. Another restaurant about half a mile away, Rockbird, caught the suspects on camera. One suspect could be seen breaking a glass door and then making their way inside of the restaurant. At least two other suspects entered the establishment as well. Now,
And it's crazy to own a business and have to worry about thieves break into your business, causing probably thousands of dollars worth of damage just to steal cell phones or whatever they can steal that's worth value. And this is what we're dealing with here in California. It's like the law just doesn't, no, the law cares, but their hands are tied because of the regulations that their bosses put on them, i.e., the mayors of the cities that they work for, their bosses. And if you got a mayor of a city that is pushing police officers lower and lower to where they arrest people and the people are back out the next day, back out on the streets, what's that do to the police officer? The police officer is like, I arrested this guy 30 times and I just continue arresting him. It does no good. But they have a job to do and they have to do it, regardless of how many times they arrest somebody. See, they get paid by the hour, so it doesn't matter how many times they arrest. But the problem is, it does matter with the citizens that have to deal with these criminals on a day-to-day basis. And there's nobody around to protect the citizens. In California, the criminals are protected, not the citizens. It's becoming ludicrous across California. And now there are certain cities in California and certain counties in California that do enforce the law, like Orange County. They enforce the law. If you steal from there of like $900 or over or something like that, it's now considered a felony, and you will go to jail for it, and you'll have to face the consequences. But if you go back in Los Angeles or San Francisco or Sacramento, these places, they they'll arrest the criminals and then they let them back out on. They'll just let them out, no bond or not. They just let them out on the streets, and this is ruining communities. It's ruining citizens. It's ruining our state, and the government does not care. And this is sad for everyone involved in this who is innocent, including me and every other resident of California. We all have to pay for it. Every time they get arrested and have to go to court and get let out, there's a money trail. And citizens, unfortunately, have to pay it. Somebody's got to pay it. It's never free.